It's the wizard, not the wand. What's up, everybody? Coach Tony from Bomvex Strength. And today I'm going to talk about a mindset shift that would probably help a ton of lifters, especially people who are newer to powerlifting, just getting into it. But if you like the videos that I put out, the mindset videos, the exercise instruction videos, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of the new content. And the notion that it's the wizard, not the wand, I can't remember where I first heard this, but it's very, very applicable to powerlifting. And I feel like I've been involved in powerlifting long enough now, and I'm old enough and grouchy enough to be able to complain about something like this. I definitely have seen a trend in powerlifting in recent years where lifters get way too caught up in the gear that they're wearing, the equipment that they're using, and just kind of all the secondary and tertiary factors, and don't worry nearly enough about just working hard, training hard, good technique. They're worried about what kind of knee sleeves they have and what kind of squat shoes they're wearing. Does the gym that I'm training at have calibrated kilo plates? And like, oh, my favorite combo rack is taken, I can't train today. That's just horseshit, because people have been getting really, really strong for decades using equipment that is far inferior to competition level equipment and stuff that just simply wasn't available at the time. You're much more likely to be able to find a local gym that has competition level equipment. And we're very, very proud at Bomvex Strength to be able to have some of the best equipment available. It helps our lifters prepare for meets with similar equipment that they're going to use on the platform. However, I cannot stress enough that it doesn't matter what type of equipment that you train on. It doesn't matter what type of gear that you wear. Strong is strong regardless of those factors. I'm going to tell a little bit of a story here. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge Metallica fan, probably the biggest Metallica fan in the world. Got to see them twice in 3 days a couple weeks ago. The frontman of Metallica, James Hetfield, the lead singer, rhythm guitarist, first formed Metallica back in 1981. His first metal guitar was a white Flying V that had the Gibson logo on the headstock. And if you know anything about guitars, you know that Gibson is one of the best brands out there. Very, very high quality and also very, very expensive. But it turns out that James' white Flying V that had Gibson on the headstock was actually a cheap knockoff. It was actually from a brand called Electra that was much less expensive, much lower quality, but in order to make it look legit, he stuck a Gibson logo on the headstock so everybody would think that he was a legit guitar player. And it turns out this cheap knockoff guitar is the one that he used on their first two albums, Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning. And if you know anything about Metallica, you know those are legendary albums with some of the best songs ever written in the genre of heavy metal. It just goes to show you that James Hetfield is a heavy metal god, regardless of what brand of guitar he used. It could have been a real Gibson. It could have been a cheap knockoff like he was actually using. Doesn't matter. He is who he is. If you're going to be a good lifter, if you have all the qualities required to be a good lifter, which is great work ethic, tolerance for monotony, and the general attitude to always try to get better, those things are going to greatly outweigh what equipment you train on, what gear you wear, those things that just simply don't matter that much. Do they play a role? Absolutely. And if you have those tools at your disposal, you should certainly take advantage of them. But I can't stress enough how irritating it is as a coach and as a business owner to watch lifters who otherwise could be very good get caught up in the minutia of those little things, because it's not the wand that you're using to cast the spell, so to speak. It's the talent and the experience of the wizard to be able to cast those spells. Whether you're a powerlifter, whether you're a wizard, or whether you're a heavy metal guitar player, all that matters is that you work hard and get better at your craft. The equipment that you use is so far down the list of importance. So if you find yourself getting frustrated by not being able to use your favorite rack or your favorite bar, or you don't have the money to afford the best belt or the best knee sleeves, remember, that's not what matters. Focus on the things that are going to make you a better lifter, which is working hard, refining technique, and being consistent, not the equipment that you're using.